They say that it's targeting people that are disadvantaged, but it's really...
Are criminals disadvantaged?
Absolutely not. Theft in our stores. It's legislation like 553 that's going to put the business owner at risk, feel the pain again, because they're letting out criminals who've murdered children and who have set women on fire. Those are the types of legislation that we are pushing back against. It's not a crime anymore. You see what we see on our streets. We see smash and grab. We see women being trafficked. We see people let out of prisons, and that's what we are against.
ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ, ਮੈਂ ਰਾਜਕਰਨਬੀਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਰੇਡੀਓ USA ਤੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਜੀ ਆਇਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਆਖਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਕੈਪੀਟਲ ਬਿਲਡਿੰਗ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਪਹੁੰਚੇ ਹਾਂ ਸੈਕਰਾਮੈਂਟੋ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਕਿ ਕ੍ਰਾਈਮਸ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕੈਲੀਫੋਰਨੀਆ ਅਗੇਂਸਟ ਕ੍ਰਾਈਮ ਉਹਦੀ ਇੱਕ ਵੱਡੀ ਪ੍ਰੈਸ ਕਾਨਫਰੰਸ ਹੋਈ ਆ। ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ SB 553 ਦੇ ਉਲਟ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇੱਕ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਟੈਸਟ ਜਿਸ ਨੂੰ ਪੰਜਾਬੀਜ਼ ਨੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਉਹ ਲੀਡ ਕੀਤਾ ਆ, ਉਹਦੀ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਉਹ ਆਪਾਂ ਕੀਤੀ ਆ। ਇਸ ਮੌਕੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੈਪੀਟਲ ਬਿਲਡਿੰਗ ਦੇ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਸਟੇਟ ਸੈਨੇਟਰ ਬ੍ਰਾਇਨ ਡੇਲ ਉਹ ਜੁੜ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਆ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਆਪਾਂ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ। ਇਹ ਕੁਛ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬਿਲਸ ਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਨਗੇ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕੁਛ ਕ੍ਰਾਈਮ ਵਧਾਉਂਦੇ ਆ ਅਤੇ ਕੁਛ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕ੍ਰਾਈਮ ਘਟਾਉਣ ਬਾਰੇ ਆ ਉਹਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਚਰਚਾ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਉਹ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ। SB 14 ਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਉਹ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ। ਫਸਟ ਆਫ ਆਲ, ਵੈਲਕਮ ਟੂ ਦ ਸ਼ੋ।
Thank you for having me.
So, Brian, as we see SB 14 bill, human trafficking, child human trafficking. So you co-authored this bill. How's the support? What was the main intention behind it?
So this bill will actually make a crime of sex trafficking children. And so we had SB 14 authored by Senator Shannon Grove from Bakersfield. It got out of the Senate unanimous. It's in the Assembly. It's in appropriations, so tomorrow is the day that the bill hopefully comes off appropriations. So we're pushing to get that bill off appropriations in the Assembly. It actually has 64 co-authors. It is a bipartisan piece of legislation. There's no doubt that Californians want to make sure that sex trafficking of minors and women is a crime. So we encourage you to reach out to those people on the Appropriations Committee and make sure that they hear your voice, that we can get this bill to the Assembly floor and on to the governor.
What took so long to make this as a crime?
Well, there was a lot of wranglings. It was originally not just for children. It was for adults as well. But the senator was forced to take some amendments, which she did. And so now it's for 18 years and younger. We'll take that. We'll take anything we can get to help protect children. We'll come back later and we'll work on the other parts of the legislation that need to be adopted as well.
You came here, you saw thousands of people over here supporting that your party put it up, Californians Against Crime. Talk us about that.
It's not only just SB 14, which is crimes against minors and sex trafficking, but it's theft in our stores. It's legislation like 553 that's going to put the business owner at risk, and those are the kind of laws. There's SB 94, which is letting victims feel the pain again, because they're letting out criminals who've murdered children and who have set women on fire. Those are the types of legislation that we are pushing back against. We must have a safe California. If we do not have a safe California, we must make crime again. That it is not to dumb down. So those are the focuses of today's rally, was to educate Californians that the other party in the Capitol is pushing to decriminalize crime. And when you have it's not a crime anymore, you see what we see on our streets. We see smash and grab. We see women being trafficked. We see people let out of prisons, and that's what we are against.
What's the major pushback you see from the other side? Like common sense, this is quite common sense. Okay, somebody is looting, somebody is robbing, they need to be arrested. What's the pushback from the other side?
Well, they say that it's targeting people that are disadvantaged, but it's really...
Are criminals disadvantaged?
Absolutely not. They are taking advantage of us right now, and they are driving up the cost of all goods because they're stealing. They are let out of prison. And so you cannot have a safe society without just laws, and these laws are being changed. That is the focus of the Republican rally today, to educate our constituents on what is happening here in Sacramento.
Thank you, Brian. And also, before we wrap it up, you're also authoring another bill for the Sikh motorcycle riders. They can ride with their turbans on. Talk us about it.
So I authored SB 847, which will allow you to wear your turban on your motorcycle so you can keep your faith and still have the freedoms to be an American.
Like many other states.
Yes, many other states do it. Canada does it. The federal government allows you to serve in the Army without the head covering. So it's in Assembly appropriate.
Again, still in the same room.
In the same room, and we're promoting that it get out today. So there are many of the folks who actually wear the turbans in the building today, promoting 847 to get out, promoting SB 14, and hoping 553 stays there. So that's our goal today.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you very much.
Thank you for support.
ਸੋ ਇਹ ਸਨ ਸਟੇਟ ਸੈਨੇਟਰ ਬ੍ਰਾਇਨ ਡੇਲ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕੀਤੀ SB 14 ਦੇ ਨਾਲ SB 553 ਤੇ ਹੋਰ ਬਿਲਸ ਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਇੱਕ ਅਜਿਹਾ ਬਿੱਲ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪੱਗ ਬੰਨ੍ਹ ਕੇ ਮੋਟਰਸਾਈਕਲ ਚਲਾਉਣ ਦੀ ਇਜਾਜ਼ਤ ਦਊਗਾ। ਇੰਨੀਆਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਮਾਪਤੀ। ਸਭ ਨੂੰ ਪਿਆਰ ਭਰੀ ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ।